Hello my fellow freedom builders and welcome back to the channel. Now today is the 15th of January 2021 and therefore it is time to my monthly update on my short-term swing trading portfolio. I know some of you have been following it since the very beginning back on the 15th of September, and since then it has grown 154% in just 4 months. Now, as always, I should remember to say that this is a paper trading test portfolio. So I'm actually not trading it with real money. And I know some of you have asked me, why on earth aren't you trading it with real money? And I'll give you the explanation today. Again, I think I have mentioned it before. Another thing you should remember is that this is with 2 times the leverage, and it is without any leverage costs. And it is without any trading costs. So this, of course, would be less in the real world. The last thing I should remember to say is that this is primarily short-term stocks. And if we look at the SLY, which is the ETF that tracks small cap stocks, then this has gone up from the middle of September back here. Let's just have a look at it. I pretty much nailed it here right at the bottom of this swing. So the SLY is up something like 40-45% in this time. So I am up more even without leverage, but this should be taken into consideration. Now, this is actually a very good example of how trend following works, because many people in my normal day-to-day subscription service ask me, where is your target of this and that stock? And I normally say I don't work with targets. I'm a trend follower, so I keep working until the trend stops. And this is a good example because right now we are making a killing on trends. As you can see here, this is the equity line, the portfolio if we had traded this. And you can see here I'm tracking it day for day. Just yesterday, the portfolio went up from 137% to 154%. So it is the exact same stocks as I have been looking at all along. Let's just make it a bit smaller so you can see it here. Let me see, like this. So if you have been following me the last couple of months here, you will recognize the exact same stock. So this is not something I'm making up. You can just watch one of the other videos and see that all of the white stocks here, they are the exact same. These gray Mark 1 are the ones I have sold. So before any of you are starting to fill my comment section with all sorts of spam about how much of this is a fake portfolio, well, first of all, I know it's a fake portfolio. I'm saying it all the time. And no, this is not something I'm cherry picking. This is actually the stocks I have been following all along. Now, in a normal market where things went a bit up and a bit down and a bit more up, I would have sold more stocks. But right now, well, they just keep trending. And for instance, I had a stock here, I think it was the Alpha Tech, where one of you kindly told me when it was up around 50% that this person thought I should sell it now because 50% was pretty much what I could expect from this stock. Well, fair enough, it's up 132% now, and that is the essence of trend following. You don't guess. The second you start to guess which stock will turn around and which will continue, you're no longer in the trend following business, you are in the fortune teller business. And I don't like being in the fortune teller business because I'm bad at it. But I'm good at trend following. And as you can see here, of course we've taken some losses. I've mentioned that before. There was some losses here. We sold these. Then we pick some new trending stocks, and as you can see, we have 132%, we have 100, 157, but down here, and these are only from October and November, we are up 237 and 267%. So let's have a quick look at the stocks just to see if any of them are getting close to some sell signals. We have a Shutterstock here, and again, a couple of you wrote me when it started to go sideways here and it was close to breaking the regression channel, wrote me and said, isn't it about time to sell this Shutterstock now? And I said, yeah, well, it might be, but I don't sell it before I get the signal, because then again, I'm trying to be a fortune teller. I'm trying to guess if this will give a sell signal. It didn't. It went up again, and nobody knows how far. It might turn around today and go straight down, then I'll sell it, or it might go up 5,000%, and then I'll keep having it in my portfolio. So shorter stock, I'm keeping it for now. Avanos, as you can see here, I put some arrows in approximately where I bought it. Yeah, well, it just keeps going up as long as it does. It's bouncing on the 20 SMA. Some of you, if you would be looking at a MACD indicator, would say, yeah, isn't the MACD turning down? And yes, it will be, because a MACD is only the distance between two moving averages. And when we have a sideways movement like this, the two moving averages will get closer and closer, and therefore the MACD will slightly turn down. So, but unless it is turning down and establishing itself under the 20 SMA, and the RSI line goes down, establishing itself under the 50 line, then I don't sell. I just stay in the trend. We have Assure Power, has been on a really good run lately, as you can see here, moving up swiftly. And yeah, it might have a retracement, maybe even back to this point. But as I just wrote to my Danish subscribers now, remember that us trend followers, we never get out exactly at the top. We never get in exactly at the bottom. We always give something back to the market. That is the price of not trying to tell where the top is. You might say, yeah, well, this looks very much like a top. Yeah, you could have set the same down here at around 32. Maybe you could have set it here at 25. Maybe even down here at 17. And then you would have missed the entire trend. In mode, going up very nicely. Not getting close to a sell signal. But if it does, we might lose quite a lot on it because it will take a week or so to move down, and the 20 SMA will slightly move upwards, but we will give a lot of the profits back. But again, that's how the game goes. Tech Target is a good one. Collector's Universe has been going sideways for a while, but is slightly moving upwards now. So this one might be getting ready for a further move up. I must admit, I've not looked further into this stock. There might be a specific reason why it has been gone sideways here. There might be some news, some takeover, something. I would need, of course, if I were trading it with my real money, to investigate that further. Alpha Tech showing actually, if any one of you are thinking about which of these stocks you could enter now, then I would say Alpha Tech is a very good candidate. It is bouncing just around the 20 SMA. The RSI is looking good. This is not a trading recommendation. Remember that. This is just for inspirational purposes. We have Donnelly also showing some good movement here. Did go down, and again, if it has kept going down and the RSI had gone a bit further down here, I might have sold it at 16 or something like that, which was a drop of 25% from a top to a bottom. But that's how the strategy is. Aspen Aerogels looking good. City Trends looking extremely good. What do we have? We have Lazy Boy here, good trend. Sykes Enterprises, a bit choppy trend, but nonetheless a good trend. Enpro Industries looking good. Then we have this Kulike and Sofa, I think it is pronounced. We're just down touching here, and again we were down from 34 to 31. That was about 10% down. But if we had tried to guess if this was enough to sell, then we would have missed this huge upswing here. So we're just trending with the stock here. Nova Measuring looking very good. Intelia Therapeutics looking good. MicroStrategy looking good. Tronox Holdings looking good. And I could keep on going. Gentherm. And the last one, I think it is Modine Manufacturing, the last of the stocks I think in the portfolio that I bought when it broke up through this triangle here, and it is in a very good uptrend still. Let's see, yes, that was the last of the bunch here. So as you can see, these are the stocks I'm following. The Modine here, the last one I bought at the 16th of this is looking weird. It must be I've typed a wrong one in here. I think that this should be in 2021, but we are not at the 16th yet. I'll investigate that further and see where I actually took this trade. It was somewhere when it was at 12.8, so it should be, I should be able to look at it. Now remember, over here I have these two columns. I have the leveraged and the unleveraged And as you can see, of course, the leverage is up 154%, and there should be some deduction of some leverage cost and of course some trading costs. And we have the non-leveraged here, which is 77%. As you remember, the SLY, the small caps, was up around 40-45%. And we have our portfolio here is up 77% at the same time. So we're getting close to having double the performance of the SLY, and this is without leverage. But of course, we can use leverage. And right now, you might think, why not use more leverage than 2? Why not 5? Because then this would be 450% or something like that. Yes, true. However, sometimes we do get a huge drawdown. We just haven't got it here because the market have been extremely surreal and just going up and up and up. And many of the people I'm talking and writing with are experiencing something that we normally call the Jesus syndrome, where you start to believe you can walk on water. So the reason why I haven't taken on this portfolio yet with my own money is that I would simply like to see some sort of retracement in the market where we are getting maybe not a quickest drop as this, but some sort of drop. I would like to see how the portfolio actually does if the market goes down 10, 15, 20%. You should never fall into the trap of just going with the system that has shown you some good performance in the last 3 months, especially not if you're testing in a market where everything just goes up. So you should definitely test it in markets, choppy markets like this, just sideways markets. This is where a trend following strategy normally get killed, because you're just getting your sell signal, your buy signals. Then it goes down, you get your sell signals, you take a loss. Then you get a new buy signal up here. You take a loss, you get a new buy signal, you take a loss, you get a new buy signal, take a loss, and so on. In these choppy markets, a trend following strategy can be very hard to make money on. And these choppy markets comes once in a while. So before I decide to go live with this strategy, I would definitely like to see some sideways market and some, maybe not a crash, but at least some bit more severe retracement or correction in the market, and then I'll decide if this strategy is something I'll pursue a bit further. That's all for now. I hope you'll have a nice weekend when you get to that point, and I hope this was kind of inspirational for you. If you like the content on this channel, well, then I suggest that you hit the subscribe button down there, the like button, the bell notification, everything you can find down below the video here. And if you have any questions for my videos, please feel free to write me here or go into the Facebook page called Building Freedom and write me in there. All right, that's all for now. Take care of yourself and your money out there. I'll talk to you again shortly. Bye for now.